Heal your body and not your symptoms. Be a survivor, not the victim. Treat your body right.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm living my life that is best, y'all. No stress, good health, I'm blessed, y'all.
Love, peace, and blessings, health conscious community. This is Sakina with Natural Max Health, and I am back with another video on reversing sickness, disease, and illnesses in our bodies. If you have been following me for a while, or if you're new to my channel, just a quick recap. I have been doing a series on 3 proven ways through research and through my own personal experience on how to reverse sickness and illness in the body and disease. And the first method was 1, removing toxins and waste from the cells. And the second method was nutrition, while the third method was not only removing inflammation from the body, but to avoid putting things into the body that causes inflammation. Now for the past, this is our 4th week now, we have been talking about enzymes, natural digestive enzymes that our bodies make, and also supplemented with enzymes. We have been talking about how enzymes play a role in our health. And my friend Boss Jax here, who is very knowledgeable in that area, who has done nutritional blood analysis, has been joining me to offer more information on that topic. So our last video ended with talking about inflammation and joint pain and the role that, enzymes or the lack thereof plays in joint pain. So Boss is going to take it over from here and just tell us the role that enzymes play in joint pain, so that, like I said, once you know better, you do better. So we know how to not only reverse diseases, sickness, and pain, but to be proactive to prevent it, in the first place. So my good friend, thank you once again for being with us. I know I've taken up a lot of your time lately. I appreciate your patience and you doing these videos with us and sharing all of your knowledge with us. I really appreciate that.
Well, Sakina, thank you for having me.
You are so very welcome. So should we continue with how the role enzymes play with joint pain?
Yeah, we could. Joint pain. There's a lot of variables that are happening when you're talking about pain, joint pain.
Right.
In my blood analysis, you will notice certain elements of the blood that you can tell the body is having or experiencing pain, because there's life in the blood.
Right.
And the blood, and that's why actually medical professionals draw blood to see what's going on. They don't say, let me cut some cells or let me cut a piece of your some tissue to check that. They just go and they do the venous venous blood draw, and then they sample it.
Okay.
So that's what I do. We do live blood analysis, nutritional blood analysis.
Okay.
And in that blood analysis, you will see that there are certain elements in that sample that shows that the body is stressing. And usually when you see that, those stress granules, what we call them, you can tell that the body is paining or aching or having or experiencing trauma. Okay, and how you do that, how you rectify that, is to deal with what you see.
Right.
When we do the analysis. First of all, I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
But I'm certified. I'm a certified phlebotomist.
Okay.
With medical technologist skill sets. I do a lot of experimenting, and with me and clients and friends, family members that we do educational studies. And in doing so, we see those things in those samples that we take and put it under the microscope. So how enzymes tie into that.
Okay.
Enzymes eliminate all those elements that are foreign to the bloodstream.
Okay.
It especially the undigested elements. It breaks it down, cleans the blood up, and when you have oxygenated, perfectly round red blood cells going throughout your body, you don't have the pain that you will experience. Like a lot of folks who may have or had sickle cell.
Oh wow.
The blood cells are in a sickle shape, so it's not able to carry oxygen. And if it's not able to carry oxygen, you're going to feel pain.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I think I may have mentioned that I was employed for the largest pharmaceutical company in the world at one point in my life. I'm not going to call names, but
okay.
We made a product, right, that eliminates or block the enzymatic activity that the body produces, or that the body sends that message to the brain showing that, hey, you're hurting here, or there's something going on here. So what we made a product, a compound that will block that enzyme from sending those signals.
Wow.
Doesn't heal, but it blocks the information, and we don't feel the pain anymore.
Wow.
But that can cause problems because the pain is still there and it's destroying tissue.
Wow.
You see?
Exactly. And that's the whole, my logo is heal your body, not your symptom. And I'm constantly saying how we have to get to the root of the problem. And what you just explained is a good example, because you're just masking it or putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yes.
So you have, and let's just say, the pain is in your knee.
Yes.
Well, what if you break it?
Yes,
Because
exactly.
now you don't feel the pain, and you go play a football game or a basketball game and don't realize you're in pain, or don't realize that you still have a problem.
Or slightly crack the rib.
Yes, it cause more injuries if you're not getting to the root of that problem. So and that's what I always say about, there's a time and a place for everything, but some medicines in the long run causes more harm than good.
No doubt.
And if something is just blocking the signal or blocking the message, that your body's going to send you in pain, that's definitely just putting a Band-Aid on it. And it's it's going to get worse.
Yes.
It's
and
going to
let me
cause
say
other
this. I
problems.
don't want to cut you off.
I know.
But since you're saying that, I'm sure some of your viewers are probably taking this certain medicine that causes... Okay, let me put it this way. There's an enzyme in the body that's called COX-2. COX-2 is an enzyme that your body produces, right?
Okay.
So this particular medicine I'm telling you about, it blocks that COX-2 enzyme.
Wow.
And now the COX-2 enzyme cannot send that signal to your brain that it's hurting. Now you're realizing that, okay, you may have some swelling and pain, but you don't realize that you have them because it's already what's happening to the lining of your stomach. You see, so it's twofold, threefold, fourfold, however many folds they are.
Yeah.
You could be damaging your body more so than helping it.
Right.
Okay, so those are the things that I try to tell associates and friends, family members about those things. And working in the pharmaceutical industry for so many years, it kind of made me aware of some of the poisons, actual cyanide poisons that we use to make these drugs.
Wow.
I don't know if I should say that. I didn't call any names, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
you
so
said
I can tell
you work for the largest company.
Yeah,
But
I
you
used to
didn't
make
say
a
the name.
heart rhythmic medication. Okay, and I used to put, well, not just me, the manufacturer instructions was to put 2 2,000 kilos of cyanide poison into a reactor. And in order to do that, to get the reaction we need, we still have a reactor full of poison there.
Wow.
Okay? Now, we may have added other stuff to it, but the assay, what they call it, is still never 100%.
Right.
You still going to have some extra stuff that are left over there. You never filter it all out.
Right.
So side effects may come from some of those things. And I said may come from some of those non-reactive products.
Right, right. I cannot imagine the type of side effects you would have from cyanide poison.
And that's just one of them, because I used to add maybe 2 or 3 different types of poisons. And people don't realize that we make medicine. And listen, there are some medicines that are great. We need it.
Right, right.
Okay? I'm not advocating don't take medicine.
Exactly.
No, not at all. But I just want to let people know that these things are not made from dandelion.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And it may be a powder now, but the raw material starts from liquid.
Right.
It could start from that poison I was just telling you about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with that.
Wonderful. Now, for some of you who may be a little confused as to maybe where we were going or where we were coming from with that discussion, basically we're just telling you the dangers of not having the proper digestive enzymes in your body, whether it be the natural digestive enzymes or whether you're supplementing.
Yes.
We're really pushing how to be, if you're sick, how to reverse sickness and diseases, or if you're well and healthy, how to be proactive.
Yes.
So one of the dangers of not digesting your food properly, not eliminating properly, is that you can have these joint pains. You can have this inflammation for not, being able to digest your food properly, for not being able to expel, your food properly when eating. That's what we're, hitting on. You're not able to digest properly. You're not able to expel your food properly because either one, your body is not producing enough digestive enzymes to digest the food properly. And if that being the case, then you need to supplement.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned that you do a nutritional blood analysis.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out I know acid reflux is a good sign that you're not producing enough digestive enzymes.
Yes.
But are there other ways to know that your body is not producing enough, or does your blood analysis show that?
Well, in the nutritional blood analysis, we experiment with it. And it's all because of educational purposes. Again, I'm going to say that I'm not a doctor.
Right.
I don't diagnose any illness or diseases. In my research and in our experiments, personal experiments, we do see certain things under the microscope.
Right.
And that's what we deal with when it comes to my personal health. Or my family members, friends' personal health.
Right.
Because most times they want to know what's up. So whatever we see is what we deal with. If I see there's a lack of enzymatic activity, or if I see that there are parasitic activity, a lot of parasites in the bloodstream, if I see that there's aggregated red blood cells, aggregated platelets, all those things accumulate in the bloodstream, causing high blood pressure, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, because it cannot, the red blood cells cannot carry those nutrients to the parts of the body.
Right.
The body feeds itself through the blood.
So if we're not digesting the food properly, then we're not absorbing all those.
You're not absorbing the nutrients from that meal that you consume.
So most of us don't eat a diet that's well balanced enough to get all of the nutrients and minerals that we need anyway. then you add on top of that, we're not absorbing it because we're
Exactly.
not getting those. Okay.
And a thing, I want to tell you this. That's why I'm an advocate of probiotics. You remember, I'm not sure, but I remember back in the day that most medical professionals used to tell women to eat yogurt when they're having yeast infections and stuff like that. They tell them the yogurt because the yogurt has probiotic cultures in it. And those cultures in yogurt does not migrate to the bloodstream.
Is that good or bad?
That's not all good because
Okay.
in the yogurt they are not. I'm going to suggest a probiotic
Okay.
in a capsule form because it's a great delivery system for capsule forms. I guess you have to search the market to find out a good one.
Right.
But that eliminates a lot of the bacteria that's migrated from the gut
Gotcha.
to the bloodstream. When everything migrates from the gut to the bloodstream,
Understood.
bad bacteria,
Good bacteria.
yeast, and all those things you can see on the blood analysis.
Wonderful.
And see, what I deal with is whatever I see on the blood analysis, that's what I deal with. I don't diagnose anything because there's nothing to diagnose. What it is that if I see a lot of aggregated red blood cells, sticking blood cells, we know that there's a lot of fats and undigested proteins that got them stuck together like that. Enzymes will go in and eliminate all that.
Wonderful.
It'll eat away the undigested fats and proteins. Now your red blood cells can absorb the nutrients it needs and carry it throughout the organs in the body.
Wonderful.
And I can show you that on the blood screening when we do it.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Now, for my viewers who are, and I know you're not doing the blood analysis now, but when he does, I will see if we can record that, if possible. But before we end this video, I know you're currently not doing your blood analysis, but and for those viewers who are unable to have one done, other than the acid reflux, is there any way for them to know that they are not producing enough digestive enzymes to digest their food? Is there any other signs besides the acid reflux? What if they want to know, do I need to take digestive enzymes?
I'm going to put it
How
this
can
way.
they know that? Okay.
Just living is a way to know. You pass your 20-year-old, you need to start taking enzymes.
You hear that,
Digestive
guys?
enzymes, okay?
You're over 20, you need to start taking
Yeah.
digestive enzymes.
And I say that because, again, remember I said the body after every 10 years, the body eliminates 8% of its availability or its ability to digest.
Wow. Okay.
8%, and by the time you're 50, 8 times 5 is 50 years old, and that's 8 times 5 is 40. So 50 years old, you've lost 40% of your ability to digest.
Wow.
So you're only operating on 60% at 50.
Wow.
That's why when you hit 40-ish, when you hit 40-ish, that's when you start getting these symptoms, indigestion.
Okay.
Man, I'm having these bad moments. I'm having a lot of acid reflux. Like you said earlier, earlier video, maybe it was this one. You said you don't have to worry about propping up your pillows at night.
Right.
Concerning about acid reflux and
Exactly.
bringing it back up, all that toxicity
Right.
that's in the gut. Enzymes are a great thing to start taking, an outside source enzymes to conserve your own natural ability to digest meals.
Right.
Yeah.
Understandably. And we are not promoting a digestive enzyme to sell.
Right.
So if you're over 20 or if you know that you need digestive enzymes, it's really good to do some research to decide which one you want to take. I don't want to show which ones I take or which ones he take because that's not what it's about. We're not promoting anything.
Right.
We're just giving you information, important information as to what you need to reverse illness and sickness and disease in your body. We're giving you information to start healing your body and not only your symptoms. We're giving you information to be proactive, to, you know, avoid some of these things. So this is an informative video. I will say that I take a plant-based enzyme. I don't take a meat-based. I know you said something. So
just regular digestive enzymes.
So is that what you
it's
would recommend
specific
to
plant or just regular digestive enzymes? Digestive enzymes is usually from animal source.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's made from the pancreatic organ of an animal. Normally a pig or a cow, or from the liver. There's three sources that it comes from: the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreatic organ. Okay,
Gotcha.
and that's usually where digestive enzymes come from. Plant enzyme comes from plants.
Gotcha.
Which is a source that I use too.
I as well.
I have used both. I must say that regular digestive enzymes, it works, I'm going to say, when I say faster, doesn't mean it's better, because of the source that it comes from. Okay,
Gotcha.
it's actual ground up organs, but it has that ability to digest.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, one last question and we'll end this video. I know when I was born or shortly thereafter, I was, you know, diagnosed with a digestive disorder, and then I was diagnosed with eczema at 9 months old. And I know a lot of children have problems digesting food when they're born. First and foremost, I would say try get an adjustment for them. They may just need something as simple as an adjustment. But is it possible to be born in, well, you did talk about a young man who was born with half a pancreas.
That's right.
So there is a possibility that if you're under 20, that you still may need some
no
digestive
doubt.
enzymes.
And I'm going to tell you a quick little story. My mentor, when I first learned about enzymes, he'd mentioned to me that, because I just couldn't understand why do I need to take these things every day? You know, I'm coming from a place where all I want to do is eat and whatever. I don't want to have to do I have to take this every day? We need to supplement our bodies. It's just what we have to do. We eat. He told me, he says, well, don't you eat every day? I said, yes. Do you eat plant-based every day? No. Well, you're eating meals that just doesn't have any enzymatic activity in it. And now you're using your own.
And you're going to deplete.
And you're depleting it.
Right, right.
But where I came from, I was trying to figure out, why do I need to do this every day? But the fact of the matter is, you do.
Gotcha.
If you want to be healthy.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So just real quickly, how can parents know if their young children need to be on a supplement? Because this is not something you really hear a lot of doctors talking about. And I kind of feel that if I had been given digestive enzymes when I was younger, I might not be on this healing journey right now.
I got you. Yeah. You know, I don't cater directly to children when it comes, because most people who are having problems are adult, you know, elderly or middle-aged.
Children can't have them.
Yes, but you know, and there are cases where you have, like my buddy, his grandson was born without with only 1% of his pancreatic organ, and I guess around 1 they started giving him plant enzymes or digestive enzymes. I don't think they were digestive enzymes, and but I'm going back to where I was about to tell you before that. I was about to say that. And he told me in their experiment to test these enzymes, and they used a dog to do so. They operated and took away the dog's pancreatic organ, and they kept the dog alive just on enzymes for 5 years without a pancreatic organ.
Oh wow!
So when you're talking about not having a pancreas, or you're having issues with your pancreatic organ, diabetes, and those things like that, well, the pancreatic organ needs to be functioning the way it should be functioning, and for what it needs to be functioning for. It doesn't have to suffer by excreting or using this organ just to secrete enzymes. You need to eliminate that by taking an outside source enzyme.
Gotcha.
Now let your pancreatic organ regulate your insulin.
Okay.
That's what you're doing. That's what you want to do.
Gotcha. So one last question. I know a lot of people have had their gallbladders removed. Should people without a gallbladder, do they have a better need or a higher need for digestive enzymes?
Most definitely. I noticed because you're unable to process fats. I've noticed in my blood screenings that a person that does not have their gallbladder or having issues with it, you see that in the analysis.
Gotcha.
You see the amount of fats that's inside the bloodstream.
Right.
It's just clogging it up. Your body's not able to heal because it's not able to carry the oxygenated blood. It's so right in your face. So when it's an emotional thing when they look at that monitor and see their life in that one drop of blood.
Oh, wow. Gotcha. And I have several friends who have had their gallbladders removed, and I am going to make sure
they
they
can't
watch
process
this video.
Yeah, they cannot process fats.
Yeah, and I know that, and I did tell one of them, I said, you have to get some digestive enzymes.
Yeah. And we've never discussed that.
Right,
You know.
right. We never did, but I knew that she needed it.
Yes.
And she told me she was going to. I don't know if she did or not, so I'm going
Yes.
to follow up with her. You know who you are.
Most definitely.
So I'm going to
Yes.
follow up. Yes, wonderful.
I'm almost willing to, and I'm not to guarantee anything, but I'm almost willing to guarantee that she's going to have an emotional awakening when she starts. And another thing that I want to say, you cannot take nutritional supplements for a week and think you're going to be okay.
Right.
They're not medicine.
I say that all
Like I
the
used to
time.
make. See, medicine is used for one thing, and that's either to kill something or to stop you from feeling pain.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? Or to inhibit something. Some blood pressure pills, they stop you from producing the calcium.
Right.
Okay? But they don't do anything to really help you with high blood pressure.
Gotcha. Wow.
Okay? So, nutritional supplements is a lifetime thing if you want to feel good throughout your life.
And that's what I try to tell people.
Yes.
Yeah, because I do have a variety of nutritional
Yes,
supplements. And I think when I tell people that, they're saying because I want them to keep buying it.
No.
But no, I know that it's good for your health.
You got to have it.
Yeah, I even told my own sister, I said, even if you don't buy it from me, your daughter needs supplements.
Gotta
Just
have
tell
it.
her how much I meant that. And I don't know if she did or not, but I tell people, I want, I would love to have your business. I would love for you to support me. But even if you choose not to, even if you think that I just want your money, if you think it's for my benefit, get them somewhere else.
That's right.
Just make sure it's from a trustworthy source and you read the ingredients good.
And another thing with that, give yourself 120 days before you even think about stopping. You need 90 to 120 days. And during that time, you're going to experience something what I call the hit.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason I call it the hit, because I experienced the hit. I've never known anything about the hit. I even coined that phrase, the hit.
Wow.
A lot of my clientele, they know about the hit.
Okay.
Because after a certain period of time of taking nutritional supplements, consistently is the key. Every day, every meal with enzymes. 3-4 months down the road, all of a sudden one day you're going to say, oh my God, I feel so great. I hope I'm okay. Something's going on.
Wow.
That's the hit.
One of my clients had the hit.
I'm telling you, it's mind blowing.
She was telling me about it. She was like, how she said, well, this particular day I thought, wow, is this the supplements?
Yes.
And then she said the next day she was like, is this the supplements? And she said by that, the following day, she's like, oh yeah, this is exactly. She came all the way, well, she lives in Atlanta now, but while she was in here, she, came back, picked up more because what you explained is pretty much, what she was saying.
I never knew I was feeling bad until I started feeling good.
Exactly.
I just thought that, hey, I was every day.
Yeah.
And when I got the hit, it was like, oh my God, what is this? My mother got the hit.
I understand.
She called me praising God.
Mm-hmm. I understand completely.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Oh, wow. I would have been asleep. She
her
probably
out.
would have been talking to my voicemail.
Freaked her out.
Wow.
I looked at the phone, saw my mom. So, what's wrong? God just healed me.
Oh.
That was her word. That was He just healed me. Now, mind you, my mother could not walk.
Wow.
My mother was walking the next day. But she's passed since.
Oh, okay.
She lives 87 years old. I think she might have just turned 88.
Okay.
But she was walking with a walker, crutches sometimes, in a wheelchair.
Got you.
When she got the hit, she started walking.
Wonderful.
She called me on the phone and she said, "Hey, I'm healed."
Wow.
But it was the accumulation of consistently taking the supplements every day.
And that's what people don't understand is consistency. I would have people tell me, "Oh, I love your mucus congestion and detox," or "I love this," and I'm like, "Oh, are you still taking it?" No, I forget. I forget to take it with me. I'm like, you have to be consistent with it. You're telling me that it's working. It's making you feel good, and you can't take it consistently. But you can eat donuts consistently. You can eat potato chips consistently. But you can't take something that's good for your body that you have seen progress, and you know it works for you. You can't take that consistently. I don't get it. I don't understand people.
You know why I didn't blame them? I don't blame them sometimes. My first experience with it, when my mentor told me, when I says, "Why do I have to take this every day?" I couldn't understand the concept. Because I'm coming from a place where I just eat and go on my business, right? I didn't think about nutritional supplements.
Gotcha.
But you have to take those things. You have to be consistent,
on
time.
Exactly.
But the rewards is just incredible.
Exactly.
And I know that I have clients now that have gotten well, and they're still not consistent. They'll go back to start, but now you have to relive the process again. You have to wait another 90 to 120 days.
Absolutely.
You don't have to do that. Just be consistent.
Absolutely.
Give the body what it needs.
Absolutely. So I know we veered off subject a little bit,
I'm sorry.
but no, you're fine. But once again, I thank you for being here. I thank you for your time, and hopefully next time we can show. Once you start back, we can show our viewers the blood analysis, or just something as to how a visual of how the enzymes work. Right? Yeah. Exactly.
We'll give them a visual to tie it all in.
Wonderful.
And I will probably show that experiment that I was telling you about, how enzymes work. Wonderful. And what it do. I'll illustrate exactly what they do. Visuals are good. So hopefully we can have that by the next show, if not sooner. Okay. So I do apologize that we veered off a little bit, but it was good information. If you are interested in nutritional supplements or just interested in more information, then I will leave a link to my website in the description box. But, I do hope that you enjoyed this series on digestive enzymes. I hope you have learned how they work with the body, in expelling toxins and waste at the cellular level, how they work with the body in healing it and your immunity. If you have learned and you enjoy the information, and I will also put the links to the other 3 videos in this video in case you missed those 3. So hopefully you can get all of the information. So if you liked it, if you learned something, then give me a thumbs up. I hope that you will you will comment, because it does help the algorithms. It will help other people to get to the information. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more information on healing your body and not your symptom, and reversing disease, illnesses, and sickness. So thank you once again for being here. And until next time, I hope you guys be well, take care, and Lord willing, I will see you all next Sunday or next Wednesday, should I decide to start uploading on a different day. So until then, take care. Ta-ta.